Hello, welcome to Godfather Barbecue and Italian. Tina, today we got one of my all-time favorites, and I know yours, eggplant parm, but we're going to do it keto.
Okay.
All right. The other one is pretty much keto too on the channel. This one's just a little simpler, streamlined process for the folks trying to just follow a keto thing. This was a request I had from one of our subscribers in Canada, so we're going to do that for you. And it's real simple. I mean, simple, easy, delicious. But this is an authentic. This is really the way our family made it anyway. And in Naples, where we're from, no breadcrumbs anyway. The only thing I'm doing differently from the other one is we're not going to use flour, but I'm going to show you how we're going to get around that. Okay. So ingredients, real quick: some regular olive oil. Try to stay away from extra virgin if you can. If you only have extra virgin, that's fine. The reason being is frying is a little bit lighter with regular olive oil than extra virgin. I've got a couple of regular size eggplants here. We're just doing a small batch. This will feed 3 or 4 people, no problem. We're going to use some eggs. Probably going to end up using more than 4, but between 4 and 6 eggs. We'll determine that when we get there. We're going to use some Parmesan, grated Parmesan cheese, eggplant parm, right? Some basil. This is a kind of a nice twist we put between the layers as we're stacking it. And our homemade red marinara sauce. Okay, there's a video for this. Highly suggest you check that out. It's so simple. 30 minutes, you got real sauce instead of the garbage you buy in a jar. Okay, sorry, it is what it is. So Tina, let's get to doing this.
All right, so I just wanted to say that our children have put our Hello Sunshine sign upside down because that's what they like to do.
When you have kids, right?
Yeah. Just noticed it.
All right, so first step of this is the longest but not hardest. There is no hard steps to this. You guys are gonna love it. I'm gonna slice my eggplants. Okay, I'm gonna slice them between 1/4 and 1/3 of an inch. So enough so they just don't, they don't fall apart when you fry them, but you do want them on the thinner side. And then we're going to lay them out. We're going to salt both sides of them lightly with some kosher salt. We're going to stack them in a colander, okay? Then we're going to put some weight on them. You don't have to weigh them down. I like to just use something to help assist. What we're going to do is draw the water and the bitterness out, okay? That's a minimum of an hour up to 24 hours. Whatever you have the time for, but please do it at least an hour or you'll end up with bitter and waterlogged eggplant, okay? All right, so here we go. Remember what I said about 24 hours, up to 24 hours? Well, we did that. Life got in the way, and I had to put these in the fridge. But again, doesn't matter. 1 or 24 hours, same result, okay? But just want to show you why we do that. That's all the bitterness and water that we're taking out of the eggplants. And the nice thing about this recipe, the keto side of it, is we're not going to flour these. We're going to put it into a mixture of cheese and eggs. We're going to beat that, and the eggs, the cheese is going to kind of work like a binder. Okay, so these don't have to be dried off. We're just going to rinse them to get rid of some of the salt and just flap them around and drain the excess water off. I'm going to go ahead and do that and then show you how we do the rest of it. All right, so for the sake of measurement, I've never actually measured this when I'm doing it. I'm going to guess it's about 6 tablespoons, heaping tablespoons. 3. I want to beat that up and see what it looks like. Yeah, that's perfect. So I used 6 eggs, 6 tablespoons of Parmesan. And we're going to need more Parmesan and mozzarella when we start stacking it before we bake it. But if you can see that, it's nice and thick. It's not really a paste, but it's certainly significantly thicker than eggs, okay? All right, we're going to get ready to fry these off. All right, so I'm going to put my flame medium high. And we're going to give the bottom of the pan a good coating of olive oil. Regular olive oil, again, not for extra virgin, if you can. I'd say maybe that's a 1/4 inch on the bottom. I do want them to be at least halfway covered as they're frying. So we're going to get this hot, and then we'll see when we're frying. All right, so my oil's coming up to temp. It's starting to shiver a little bit. That's how I know it's hot enough to fry. Got the oven set at 350, and I've got a plate here that with the paper towel on it. So I'm going to fry these off, lay them in the paper towel, put a paper towel over it, and just continue to do that till I'm done frying. Okay, so real simple process. Egg and cheese right in. All right, so I'm going to give these 1.5, 2 minutes aside and flip them. They'll be nice and brown, nice and golden. Not so concerned about cooking them 100% because they're going to spend a half an hour in the oven, okay? But I do want it semi-fork tender. All right, so we'll see when we flip. Okay, so these are proven nice and easy to push through. So I'm going to go ahead and take these out. You see that nice crust? You don't need flour, Tina. See what I mean? Like, it's this it actually might be one of those recipes that's actually better keto than not. All right, here's the fun, Tina. We're going to start assembling our eggplant parm. So I'm going to take just a little of this marinara. You don't want to make this soupy, okay? Spread that around. One thing I do want to do is just kiss these with a little bit of salt, not much. They still have some salt in there from brining in it, but just a little bit. Okay. Then I'm going to come back over. Same deal. Just spread this out so every piece gets just a little bit. Okay. Then I'm going to come in. My parm, very important. Keep that tight. And on the first layer and the last layer, I use mozzarella. Okay. This is fresh grated here. You do what you can. If you have to get it in the bag, go ahead. Make sure it's the type made for melting. Just a light coat. And the secret of Mayan is you're going to be amazed at just a few basil leaves in there. All right, so on this last layer, I'm going to go a little bit heavier, kind of in between, so as it bakes, you get the sides. Okay. And we do not use basil on this last layer as it will burn. So we're going Parmesan. I'm not huge on like a real heavy coat, just enough. It's really not even that flavorful. I honestly think it's more for visual. But if you like more, use more. Only just enough to kind of so you can see through. Okay, we're going in the oven, 350 for 30 minutes. We'll see you then. All right, Tina, how we looking?
It's good. Smells good.
All right, you know this is the hardest part, right?
I know, I don't have patience.
I know. Now we have to let this rest, folks. Okay, very important. Couple reasons. First being you don't burn your face off because it's very hot. Second being, if you cut it like right now or too early, it hasn't come back, hasn't reformed back from all the everything boil. It's essentially boiled for 30 minutes, give or take. Okay, you want that just to kind of refirm. If you cut it right now, you may end up with mush. Okay, and you don't want to burn your face off. So excited! This smells unbelievable, Tina.
Yes, it does.
It's Tina's favorite. I'm happy about this. One of Tina's
Well,
favorites. Yeah.
It's only my favorite when you make it.
Okay.
I don't like it elsewhere.
Well, that's sweet.
That's true.
Okay. All right, folks. We'll see you in a half an hour. All right, Tina. Here we go. Eggplant parm, melanzana de parmesan. This looks good.
Smells good.
I know. You can't
I'm
wait.
excited. My mouth's watering.
I know. And folks, sorry. Tina is going to have some of this, but our kids are at school, so we have nobody to film this. We do have a pod, but it comes out much better when we can move the camera around. So she will get some after because I know people are going to chirp in, and that's great. All right. So, oh, yeah. Nice. And see that? I mean, it's just the right amount of sauce. I can already tell it's going to be light, nice and light. Yeah. It's everything I thought it would be. And it doesn't surprise me. It should act surprised, but this is always awesome. So, folks, it's light. You can taste everything. Couple of critical things here. The sauce is very important to use. Your homemade marinara because it shines through this dish. Okay, and use good quality cheese. I can taste that, both the mozzarella and the Parmesan, and make it. It's pretty simple. I mean, the hardest thing is frying it. You got to wait, have a little patience, let the eggplant drain, and then let it sit after. But folks, hope you enjoy this. Please like, share, and subscribe. And we're looking forward for the next one. Thank you.